There's Tim outside the front of my house. Yeah, heading out to the moss camp with Tim behind me, and we're going to check on our kiln. I don't know what it's called. Kiln. Our little clay furnace we built. Aye. Some nice food. Lots of jammy dodgers and Jaffa cakes. Yeah, bean crops waist high now. Look at that. As far as the eye can see. Sticking to the side path of it. Just because you don't walk through someone's crop, even if it is a shortcut. It looks really healthy anyway. Stopped into our first woodland camp, where we come when it's stormy, and as you can see it's pretty much exactly as we left it. Just stopped for some light refreshments and sausage rolls. Yeah, everything as you see, the fire pit burnt right down. I love this fire pit too. Well over a year and a half old that. The one Tim built that.
All the sandstone used to be a lot flatter, and it's like split in half perfectly down.
Broken down and that over time. Right, moving on. So excuse me about the wind, it's very windy down here on the riverbank. Just popped into the riverbank camp, check it out. Everything's as we left this one too. Looking grand, just very windy camp. So we're heading onwards to the moss camp. Just got to the moss camp and look at this. Furnace stroke kiln. It's solid still. Still got the shelf inside that we built in. It's just brilliant. I'm very happy with how it worked out. A few minor cracks in it, but nothing that can't be fixed with a bit more cray and a bit more firing. So the goal is to build it up a little bit more and to work some way of closing the top to finish that off. Also, I'm sleeping in the moss shelter tonight. I think Tim's got his hammock. Got your hammock?
Yes.
Nice.
Looking forward to a night in that.
Okay, so as I'm sleeping in this shelter tonight, I've been spending the last like 10-15 minutes in there with my lamp and my roll mat on the floor, and the past couple of times I've noticed a bit of a nasty rotten smell inside the shelter, and I thought it was some boarding on the back end, like rotten wood at the start, so I removed that, and I've still got the same smell now, so I'm basically just going to gut the shelter and take everything out of it until I find what the smell is, because I can't, it's going to do my head in. I just hope nothing's died in there. Our problem there, the floor underneath was rotten, so we pulled it all out, and I've just kept the best two bits and put them as a raised bed for me tonight. I'll show you that shortly when I get my head torch on in there. But yeah, that'll do. We use them as a bench outside and dry them, and then they'll be alright to use again.
Even more down this end of it, it's totally white.
Yeah, that's what you can smell.
Because as soon as we lifted them, it was ripe in the air. That's feisty smell.
But live and learn. Next time it has to be raised off the mud, and it's also, there was sinking in parts too, so it doesn't help. But it's all a learning curve. Shelter looks lovely and alive, doesn't it? So that's the floor joist. There's just a little bench in front of our furnace that we're building. You love that thing, don't you, Tim?
It's awesome.
I think someone even commented, will the rain not turn it back to clay?
Well, I had my doubts, but we fired it off that much that it's hardened up. So I think it makes it less porous.
Yeah, considering it's our first attempt,
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
I was going to research. I didn't. I forgot to. But after we did this and I got home, I was going to research what you can make glaze with.
Yeah.
You know, to like fire on outer side of it to like seal it. But I need to still do any of my research on that one.
Nice. The land of a clay, man. Just fixing some little cracks in the in the side inside.
Made a new lug
for it. Made a new lug because it broke off. Apart from that, we're good to get it lit again. Just a small fire to start with, isn't it?
Dry it out a bit first.
Yeah. It's quite windy today, hey? Started collecting firewood for the little furnace to get fired up. Now we've filled in a lot of cracks and all that. Main fire's going, which is good. We're going to get some coffee on the go. All our kit's still lying everywhere. Food bag. My shelter tonight. Tim just picking the clay off his fingers. Just watch for what everyone calls widowmakers, Tim. Can't be widowmaker for me, I'm not married. That's it lit. Got lots of nice little bits of firewood too. Do us for about 10 minutes. The wind's going through the door too. Burn it right up with actually a little amount of firewood. That's awesome. Look how much is burning with that wind going through the doorway. That is brilliant. See, as you said, it's spiraling too. Oh, that's brilliant. I love it. Oh, you know, it's coffee time at camp when the cream cakes come out. And whilst watering hay, Tim's just made a pot stand. And have coffee while we're firing the kiln.
And you can take it out without burning your hand.
Nice. What Tim's just made. A little thing to stop the ash coming out. It's awesome. My idea. Looks good, Tim. Doesn't take long to harden either, really.
No.
It's in the heat in there. We're just letting it cool down now so we can put the next layer on, as in height wise. Should be fun. Should be ready, like warm enough to ready to. No, it's still red hot. Collecting loads of firewood for the next burn off too. And the main fire in here is doing grand, and I'm drying the shelf on it there. And now that's another section of it firing off quite rapidly. And I've got a lid, see it there on the top of the log, just drying out next to the fire, 4 air holes in it, so hopefully that'll be sitting on top of it. So that's my lid for the kiln. You can see all the steam coming off of it. It's going to dry really fast on there. Just keep on turning it. It's getting more rigid as we go. Got the pot stand on the go now. Some coffee on the go. Shouldn't take too long. Look at that lid drying out nicely. It's got really solid and it's come away from the log now, it's just sitting in one piece. It's brilliant now. Shelf's almost dry.
Yeah, that definitely slows the burn down a little bit.
That's my lid on there. Just put 4 holes in for the air flowing. Yeah,
That's really good.
isn't it? Chuffed a bit with it.
That shelf's still untouchably hot.
The shelf we took out like 20 minutes ago and it's still roasting. We're heading back to the clay, get some more, just because we're running low and we're going to need it anyway because our lid exploded because it wasn't dry enough. Happens. She's just looking for our clay now. There's a big chunk right next to it too. Yeah. So we've put all these little broken bits just around the hearth that we built up. Grand. That's all our mistakes. So what I've done is I've put the shelf back in, I've put a small amount of wood on just to keep a small, low, well not small, an epic heat. I'm going to do 2 portions of salmon just wrapped up in tin foil and I'm going to put them on each side of the shelf. It's fine Tim. And sawing little bits of wood for us to split them up. There we go. kiln cooked salmon. Checking on the lid of the kiln again. We made it a lot thicker this time. Just drying it out. Just keep on turning it round. I'll dry it out for hours this time. The other one was too thin, and I never left it to dry long enough, and it exploded when we put it on the top of the thing with the heat.
John's got some salmon wrapped up in the kiln.
You can hear the salmon sizzling. And there's our tea time starter. Nice bit of salmon and salad. Get the palette going. Cooked on the kiln.
Very good.
So that's the lid's been on there for a good hour now. It's fairly heated. The inside. I'm going to take this lid home with us tomorrow and leave it on my heater, and also take that clay home, make some things and leave them on my heater to dry them out properly, and then bring them out and fire them on this when we come back out on Monday. So there's the one bed I've just left in here. Just left it stripped right down the middle, raised up off the floor so the wood isn't going to rot. It's going to do me for tonight, and in a bit we'll put it all back in once it's had a chance to air out. And I've found a way to keep the floor raised off the floor, but that's going to be a work in progress. Well, we'll catch you on in the morning. Snug on my bed. Slept like a baby. And that's all my kit packed up in there. We're back here tomorrow night for another little cooking thing. Should be fun. Stay tuned for that. Tidied up the shelter and everything. Just got my coffee cup out there. Tim's just doing the last of his things now. Kiln's looking grand. Awesome. All that stuff's grown good on the back of the shelter too. It's looking awesome. That's everyone packed away. I have my rucksack on my back. Turn you around, as you can see. And we're going to hit the tracks and get back home. It's got wonky horns.
You get stabbed in the ear by your own horn. Well guys, that's us for this one. We'll catch you again tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow when we upload. But yeah, thanks for watching and stay tuned.